Hey guys, it's your old pal Jonesy.
Well, it is Monday, lunchtime, and I've got the quad down at the field. Summer is definitely upon us. It's over 30 degrees here today. And I've had a little bit of a chance to fly the quad over the last week or so. Not down at the field here though. Mainly just around my front yard at home because I've just been too busy. Yeah, the LED lights I can still see. The blue ones I can definitely see. They're on the front during the daytime. The red ones on the back, not so much. But that's alright. I don't really need them during the day. So yeah, what's been happening? Well, I thought I would be Mr. Hobby King himself and make up my own XT60 parallel adapter lead so that I can run two of my 2200 packs in parallel, which I'll bring it a bit closer. You can probably see under there there's two packs there. So getting roughly, well, I've got my timer set for 10 minutes. And I'm still well within that 80% after 10 minutes, so 10 minutes is a pretty reasonable flight time, I think. In research mode at the moment, because basically the next step, as I've been discussing with Brian on instant messaging, the next step for us is basically to get another flight control board that's got a few more smarts. GPS obviously being the main one. There's quite a few different ones out there, so I'm not going to race in and going to do a bit of research first and find out ultimately what's going to be the best for me, with the idea in mind that I'd really like to try FPV on this at some stage. But the DJI stuff is really nice, but I don't really want to lay down that sort of cash at this point in time. I'm still tweaking the gains a little bit on this, particularly the self-level. I could probably go a little bit higher on the self-level gain, so I'll just go forward full elevator and then let it go, and then back and let it go, and it levels out nicely. So and yeah, it's definitely not short of grunt. So I've tried flying it in non-self-leveling mode a couple of times, and man, it's twitchy. It's very similar to flying the 450 and the 500 in self-level mode. Here I'm kind of really banging at the sticks to get it to turn, and which is good because it makes your flight nice and smooth. I've pulled the trigger on some APC props, similar to the ones that Brian's running on his. They appear, from what I've read and the feedback that I've got, appear to be the best value for money. These Hobby King ones, they're flying okay, but they were a real bugger to try and balance, and I really don't want to spend the time digging through packs of these Hobby King ones trying to get a set that's almost close to even have to start trying to balance them. So yeah, g'day to all the other guys on the forums. I'm trying to get back into flying as much as I can. The past month or so has been pretty hectic for me. I do like the green props on the front of this in the daytime though. It just gives you that little bit more orientation, because they glow nicely in the sun. Next thing on my list to do, as well as looking into the flight control boards, is to make up a nice anti-vibration camera mount. Brian's had a bit of a play around and is pretty happy with his one, so I might have a look at that setup to start with. Relatively inexpensive. It's using a couple of bits of Lexan or aluminium, and believe it or not, the earplugs appear to have pretty good vibration qualities, so all that's relatively cheap. So yeah, maybe over the next couple of nights I'll have a look at that. Just checking to make sure I did start my timer. I'm normally used to flying 4.5 to 5 minute packs on the helicopter, so 10-minute pack does seem like a very long time after that. But no, it's a good amount of time to fly the quad around. 10 minutes, I think, when I'm doing FPV will be pretty good as well. I think the combination of motor and prop that I've got, I could probably run a much bigger prop. We're running 9-inch props, and I could probably run a much bigger battery as well. Probably like a 4,000, even a 5,000 pack. I think this would handle no worries. So I'll wait and see. But yeah, it's quite different to flying the helicopter. It's definitely a lot more relaxing. I did fly my 500 the other day, during last week, and it scared the living crap out of me. The first battery yeah, so it yeah, it was a bit of a frightening experience. After flying this around nice and mellow and banging the sticks everywhere, I jumped onto that 500 and nearly slammed the thing into the ground, so I had to really go easy on the sticks. So anyway, that's enough blather for me for now.